KWSB, how's everyone doing today? Excited, it's August. I cannot believe that it's already August. All right, this is where we do not stop, ladies and gentlemen. This is where we have to double up, triple up, and do what we need to do, right? Are you with me? I can't hear you. Are you with me? Yeah. Much better. That's what I like you to hear. So let's go ahead and get started with our mission and our belief in our vision. So our mission is to provide agents with a place where they will be empowered, trained, and motivated to experience growth, wealth, and a legacy that allows them to live their best life possible. Our belief. When the values of your own company align with your own beliefs, you know you found your professional home. And our vision. To achieve amazing professionals and personal developments at KW South Bay remains the office of choice. Yeah, give yourself a round of applause. All right, next slide. We're going to do the heavy lifting. So we have our heavy lifting, Maria.
I just want to thank everyone for support of Escrow South Bay. That is the name of our company, Physical Insights KW South Bay, Escrow South Bay. The reason why I say that is because I see sometimes contracts coming with South Bay Escrow, and there is South Bay Escrow. So we never want to get confused with our company and their company. We are Escrow South Bay. So just make sure that that's what the contract says, not South Bay Escrow. I've actually had clients, buyers go to South Bay Escrow. and then they're calling me and they're like, I'm lost. So that is really important. Very important. A reminder about the purchase agreement. You know, when we get our purchase agreements, you know, there's so many things that you have to check off and mark off. Well, I have received a purchase agreement recently that the entire allocation of cost page was blank. So none of the costs were marked off at all. So we just have to make sure that when we're opening escrow that we have a complete contract with everything marked off so that we know what the agreement is and we can proceed with the transaction for you. We have all the information we need. And then also just make sure that you're kind of setting up your transaction for success with regard to kind of letting your client know what to expect. Because a lot of times we talk to clients also, and they're telling us that, we didn't know we had to sign all these papers. We didn't know we were going to get all these emails. We didn't know that we had to, complete this or do this process. So they're not knowing what is going on sometimes. And so it's really, really important to especially let them know up front that they're going to have a lot of documents to complete. There's going to be various things that they're going to have to do, and to let them know maybe in advance when they're going to get a DocuSign, give them a call or alert them to expect it, because a lot of times they are not expecting it, and then it just sits in their email, and that causes a delay and causes a delay in the whole transaction. So just tidbits that I came across, last couple of weeks, just to bring your attention. But I just want to thank you for your support always. Leaving on downstairs. Come by anytime. Thank you all. Thank you, everybody.
Does everyone know what the section of the RPA that talks about the allocation of costs?
Yes.
So, yes, anyway, we have the issue. So on the third page of the RPA, or the second page, I can't remember if it's second or third page, there's a subsection paragraph that has allocation of costs. And what it is basically who is going to pay for what? What is escrow? What is title? What is NHD? Okay, and there's either a buyer, a seller, or a combination of both. Okay. So it's vital and important, so that way Maria or Veronica are not scrambling to try to get, okay? We're not in a guessing game, right? And it's more extra steps that they need to do in order to find out who's going to be paying for what. So this is what I encourage all of you to do and recommend, okay? Especially for the newly licensed agents or ones that are not doing that many deals. Send me an email, send me a text, and ask, hey, Simon, can you just review this document before I send it over to my buyers? Okay, that's simple. It only takes me 2 minutes to review the document and give you the thumbs up. If there's something missing, then I'll tell you, hey, this is missing, you may want to correct this. Or I might ask you a question that's like, what are you trying to accomplish here? Okay, this doesn't make sense. Be proactive, be engaged, because as soon as you get the buyer to sign off on it, right? And then it gets sent over to the listing agent. The listing agent is going to dissect it. And they're going to see that if you're a rookie or a seasoned professional, right? I'd rather have you look like a professional. Okay? You don't want to put more pressure on Maria trying to do the guesswork. You all with me?
Yes.
Are we in agreement?
Yes.
All right, thanks, Maria. Appreciate it. And remember, it's escrow sell big. Escrow sell big. Escrow sell big. Repeat after me.
Escrow South Back.
Go back to when we were kids, right? You gotta repeat, right? Escrow sell big. Awesome. Next slide, please. Wow, look at this. Congratulations to all the August birthday. If you are on this list, please stand up. Anyone in here? Come on, stand up. Wow, big list. I thought June's list was pretty intense, but I think August takes the cake, you know, because I'm a June baby. So I'm super proud to see so many different agents have birthdays in June. But it looks like August, we definitely have a great. So if you see anyone on this list, please make sure to push them on. Happy birthday. Okay. Awesome. Next slide. All right, so we have our KW anniversary. So does everyone know what this means? And if you don't, that's perfectly fine, because you're probably saying, what does that mean? Okay, so what this means is that when you join Keller Williams, if it's South Bay or you join any KW and then transition into South Bay, it's when you got hired. Well, not necessarily hired, but you know, when you decided to join the office. So that's your anniversary date, because we have what's called a cap, right? And when you cap, that's why we use that 12th month to ultimately provide you with 100% of your commission. So when we announce it every month, the first week of our team meeting, what we're talking about, these are all the individuals that have joined in the month of August. So that's a 1-year commitment that they're part of the office. So again, congratulations. For our August anniversary. So beautiful things. I see Mike has been with us for quite some time as well. John Brunetti, great, and Emily, Suzanne. So great group of agents that ultimately now they've reset and now they're back at the grind to close more deals. So congratulations. Next slide. Okay, now we have our guest speaker, Wendy Holt. Where's Wendy? I thought I just saw her. There she is. Come on up, Wendy, with WSB national title. Come on, we can be better than that.
My name is Wendy Holt. I passed out a couple things for you guys, because I want to kind of, first and foremost, start off with WSB platform. I work with a couple of you already in the sense of how to build your business. What are you looking for? I'm not your average type of person. Does that make sense? I've been in the industry for over 20 years. I've done what you've done many, many moons ago. And I know what it takes. It's a hard work, right? Like it takes a lot of time, a lot of strategy, right? And right now you have to have that strategy to create your business and generate those phone calls and stuff like that, right? So no one's just gonna be like, hey, I have a listing for you, I have a buyer for you, unless you've been in the industry for over 25 years and so on. And you keep that good business going, right? So we have a flash farm. Basically, it's a great way to pull out property profiles, get your farm manager, the analytics. That's really important to find out where is the hot zone, where is the actual business at. Because you guys may be knocking on doors, passing out flags, and you're just getting frustrated after a month or 2 or 3, however long it is. So was it a good market to be there? It really just depends on the analytics. How many houses have sold in that time? What is coming up? Like you see all that through the MLS. There's actual another way to kind of do it with the WSB flash farm. So I want to kind of put that out there for you guys. Call me, let's set up a time. I'll work with you, really sit down and give you that good information that you guys need so you guys get the most information, because the client goes to you first, but we are here to bring you the knowledge. And that's really what all that matters. I want you to be prepared out there. So when they ask questions, you are the one that they go to for their real estate research center. Okay. And then the other thing is I pass up the August calendar. Listen, if you're not interacting in social media, you're missing the step. You're missing the whole thing that's out there. There's so many different platforms that you can kind of rule and do your thing, right? We have the Facebook, Instagram, Instagram, and now, Twitter, which is X now, kind of like this word, it's like a French name. And then the next one is Trends and LinkedIn. There's so many different ways that you can put your information out there. And I understand that it's really hard. You should have some really good content from KW in that sense. But this is just a funny little thing that you can do. So for instance, today is, and me and Fred were kind of laughing at that because we're like, what? Today is regatta day, right? Like what? It's the sales, right? Sell and stuff. So that's a good little thing for you kind of just put out there like, hey, did you know this was national, whatever. So each day is a different thing. Tomorrow is watermelon day. So go get your little watermelon, do a little post and be like, where is your favorite watermelon at? Like, where do you buy it? Whole Foods, Sprouts, whatever. But it's just great little content that you can utilize and just put yourself out there. You want to be seen, right? That's why I'm here, because I want to be seen. I want for you guys to know Wendy Holtz and what I do for you guys. So it's the same thing for your audience. You're my audience, and you guys have to create your audience. So again, please utilize this. It's a great little content created just for you to put something out there on a daily basis if you want, or just whenever you feel kind of comfortable. But I thank you for your time. And again, please reach out to me. I'm here to help you. And again, I'm here to help you grow your real estate business. So thank you.
Sure.
I'm sure what regatta day is, but what is the other one?
I mean, there's something every single day. That's funny. There's even a lion day.
A rum day.
I know.
Be an angel day.
I know. And then just wait till September, right? September is going to have some very interesting days too as well. All right. Without further ado, Mr. Fred Howard. How are you, sir? Two words. Whose house is this?
Ours.
No, they know I talk too much, so I only have a few minutes to talk. In fact, I only have 1. So let me ask you a question. How many of you have ever gone through a setback? Been through setbacks?
Yes.
Okay. Whenever you go through a setback, find the lesson that's going to propel you forward. So usually when we have a setback, what do? We throw up our hands.
we give up. Okay? But what I'm encouraging you to do is that when you go through a setback, find the lesson in the setback that's going to propel you to move forward. Okay? Do not dwell on the setback. Dwell on your victory that moves forward. Because guess what? Now, y'all know there's a book that I read. It starts with a G, and the last one starts with an R. But it says there are people that will always be against you. But guess what? Your enemies will be your footstool for your blessing. So I want you to look at your setback as your enemy. It's just your footstool to get you to the next level. Is that good?
And that leads to the producer's mindset. So he's going to be spearheading the special session August 14 at 8 o'clock in the morning. So if you want to hear more inspirational, more motivational, and really just kick you in the rear to jumpstart our career, then please be part of this. But what's so amazing of the producer's mindset is not just, Fred showcase, but we have leaders that on a regular basis, spearhead the producer mindset for a 30-minute segment. And then we always have a guest speaker that we bring every Friday, 8 o'clock as well. And we just get ideas, tactics, how to maneuver, how to work your business. So if you have not been part of this producer's mindset, then I encourage you. It's not in the office, jump on them. And if you don't have a link, we have leaders here that you can reach out to. We'll send you the link. It is on our KW Hub as well. So you go to our KW Hub, go to our calendar, click on the link, you're on the Zoom. Okay. I want to see more KW South Bay agents participate. Okay. It's hard enough already to be in front of a computer and having conversations. I'd rather have all of you here in the office, but this is just another avenue in how we can touch with you, connect. Okay. And we mastermind with 30 minutes. 8 o'clock, 8:30, we're out. Okay. So can I get a commitment from everyone?
Yes.
Yeah. Absolutely. Appreciate it. All right. So Brent, August 14th. That's about 2 weeks from today. Awesome. All right, next slide. All right, so broker matrix. It's that time of the week, time of the month. We're going to look at August stats. Okay. And we hand selected the cities that we're going to be touching bases and talking about. So we're going to start with Torrance. So Torrance 90501. Here's a market snapshot of this particular zip code. The highest price point, okay, that we saw was 1.498. Okay, almost $1.5 million. That sold July 6th. Okay, yeah, highest. Our average sales price was $1.050 million. And our median price point was 965. We are down 18.9%. Interesting facts. Next slide. We had 6 sold, 10 active, and we had 17 pending. Month of July, 90501. Okay. Next slide, please. And we're going into 90502. Okay, the highest sales price point was $835. Okay, and if you look at the map, this is this area, right? Harbor, Gateway area, closer to the 110, the 405 area. Most of it, probably, the big Torrance.
Yeah.
Okay, but look at this, right? 835. Property sold July 21st for 835. That was the highest price point in July. The average is 774,000. and our medium price point was 767, okay, down 6.2%. Okay. We're going to talk a little bit of what you're seeing. Obviously, numbers do not lie, right? And this is why it's very important that you engage with the daily activities to check what's going on. Because if you get a listing, you want to be able to articulate that conversation based on facts, based on data, right? Okay. Next slide. We had 4 sold, 1 active, and 6 pending. Okay. Interesting. Okay. Now we're going into 9053. Okay. Highest sales price, $1,858,000. You know this, right? That was sold July 17th. Okay. Average sales price, $1,397,000. Medium sales price, $1,337,500. Up 2%. Okay. What area is this?
This is a Delhorn.
Very desirable.
It's a nice part of Torrance.
This is a more desirable part of Torrance, yeah.
And
that's why property value, people are willing to pay a little bit more to live in this zip code because of schools.
Right.
Yeah. Because of schools, right? And so those are big indicators when you're researching, talking to the consumers, having these conversations, right? Here's the reason. Okay. Numbers do not lie. Okay, next slide, please. We had 16 sold, 8 active, 17 pending. 17 pending. Okay. All right, now let's go to 90504. Okay. This is now considered what? North Torrance. Okay. Highest price point, $1,200,000. $1,200,000. Sold July 28th. Wow. $1,200,000. Average sales price $919,000, $765. Your median price point was $905, down 22.1%.
the 22.1, that's down from the highest sale price.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Interesting. Okay, next slide. We had 16 sold, 11 active. We had 19 pending. And usually those pendings, if you look, 60 were sold, but 19 were in escrow, right? So there was 3 that got carried over for the month of August, right? Typically, that's what happens. So, and this could be the 11, this could have been a carryover from the month of June, right? So that's how you have to have that mindset. Interesting facts. Okay, next is our neighborhood, 90505. High sales price was $2,089,000. That sold July 3rd. That's south of PCH as you're going into PV. Okay, $2 million. Average sales price $1,004,000. Median price point 1.35. Why are stats vital in our business? Because it indicates us, right? It gives us, what's that?
Gives us direction of the market.
That's right. It gives some sort of direction if it's going this direction or going that direction, right? But if you do happen to pick up an opportunity for a listing appointment, at least you can dive deep in understanding the elements. Obviously, there's big factors to that, right? The factors is the square footage, the lot size, the year of the home is built, what upgrades were done to the home, right? And then that's how you gauge the market. Okay. But these are good indicators because the #1 indicator out of everything is what? What has sold. Okay, what has sold. Not what's active, not what's pending or under contract, it's what's actually closed. Because that gives us that the buyer was willing to go through stretch of it, close the deal. Does that make sense? Okay.
Is that up or down from the previous one?
This is up actually 3.8, up 3.8. Okay, and this hits everything in this sector. From the airport.
Well, period.
That's right. Yeah, that's right. Okay, let's go to the next slide. Now we're talking about North Redondo Beach. Okay. Excuse me, my bad. Sorry. 13, did we talk about this? 13 homes sold, 13 active, and 16 pending. So, I skipped a beat. All right, so now we're talking North Redondo Beach. The highest sales price was $1,910,000. $1,910,000. Sold July 14. The average sales price was $1,511,242. Medium sales price is $1,560,000. Up 3%. North Redondo. Okay. We had 12 sold, 20 active, 14 pending. 14 pending. Now we're talking about South Redondo. Highest sales price, folks. Highest sales price. 5.650. Yeah. That's on the cusp. Yeah, so the closer you're to the beach, the more you're gonna pay, right? It's premium, right? 5.650 sold July 14, folks. July 14. Your average sales price is $2,606,000. Your medium price point 2.450, up 35.4%. Okay.
And when they take out the power plant there,
Oh yeah, it's going to skyrocket too.
they've been trying to start it, but they haven't. I was told when they shut it down. They were supposed to shut it down last July, but the remediation takes 3 years to plan the remediation cleanup work on it. And so once they got the remediation all approved, because once they start opening up that ground, there's contamination there. They don't want to contaminate the whole area, so they have to encapsulate it and close it. And so when they get the plan that's approved by all the government things, then they'll probably start taking it down.
Question.
But it will be as expensive as Manhattan Beach, because Hermosa Beach, Redondo Beach are going to be the three of the best. They're still below what if you go down to Balboa or Laguna Beach, they're 25% higher down in Laguna Beach, Newport Beach, and Balboa than our beach cities here. They're close to Manhattan, but they're still more expensive.
Why is this important again? Data is vital to our business, right? When you can have those conversations, it makes it a lot easier for them to understand, okay, it's going this direction, it's going that. Question?
Where are those people going after they phone their home? Upgrading, downgrading?
Yeah, a lot either are upgrading, downgrading, moving out of state, we're seeing a high rate of divorce. It's funny because I have a slide that I'm going to be talking about the 10 Ds. I heard this yesterday and it was just phenomenal. One of our MAPS coach was talking about it, and I said, I got to bring it to South Bay. I got to bring it. So we'll be touching a little bit up on that as well. So we had 11 sold, 16 active, and we had 9 homes pending in South Redondo. Okay, so let's go into Hermosa. So Hermosa highest sales price was $5,450,000, sold on July 27. Is this the same thing? No. Average sales price was 3.188. Medium sales price was 2.962, down 0.7%. Down 0.7%.
It's because nothing sold on the Esplanade and nothing sold on the Strand.
And the Strat. We had 8 sold, 26 active, and 8 pending. What do you think that's the case? Maybe price? Property staying on the market a little longer. Yeah. Yeah. So it's important and vital to really do your research, right? And pinpoint what's actually moving properties, right? Because we're not in the babysitting industry, right? We're not here to babysit, we're here to sell homes. Right. So again, it gives you a good indicator.
Somebody asked a question. They said, are they selling the homes in the ocean as well?
Oh, what the boats? All right, let's go to the next slide. Now we're going into Manhattan Beach. Highest sales price in Manhattan was 8 million. 8 million. That sold July 12th.
That was a 2-bedroom bath.
Really? I was a 2,000 lot size. That's a 2,000 lot size, you know. Sometimes the land is more expensive than the actual house.
Yeah.
That's bananas. It's happening in Manhattan, but people want to move into Manhattan because again, the schools too.
What was the commission for the 8 million back? I know, crazy.
Well, you know, if you do the math, it's probably at 2.5 or 3%. It's 200,000.
Wow. Okay, that's
It was a pay increase, right? Every day, 200,000.
I'm ready.
Where's Chris? Chris was giving us Chris earlier was giving us a lecture, a little class, Carlos and myself, and he was breaking it down. And you know, if you know Chris, well, I know Chris, and he's very energetic, and he's like, you know, pacing and talking. And I'm just sitting there, okay. But he was going through the breakdown of, you know, the commission, but ultimately what you're getting paid per hour.
Wow.
Per hour. Imagine if you do the calculations, what you're getting paid per hour on a $200,000 position.
It's probably less hassle than a $500,000 sale.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Because you work more, I work $500,000 sale than you do because these people are in place and they know what
It depends. It depends. Yeah, you're more more sophisticated clientele that know numbers and all that stuff. Maybe professionals such as doctors, attorneys, businesses. But it all depends. You know,
So you got to sell $8 million homes.
That's right.
That's not a commission. That they are.
They do. Because they buy and sell properties left and right.
Yeah.
But they still they do not want the headache of the process. This is why they hire professionals.
Yeah.
Because the question was, you know, most of these homeowners know more than real estate agents, and they do. That's how they were able to get to that level because they know how to invest and buy property, right? Obviously, they have the resources and the income, but they still don't want to deal with that. They'd rather delegate it to the professionals that will find and negotiate, you know, the terms and ultimately get the deal. What they're looking for is what is going to be done and what's my bottom number. Again, going back is knowing your numbers will help you navigate the conversations about that opportunity. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. All right. So 18 homes sold, 50 homes in Manhattan, and then 29 were pending. So, okay. Any questions regarding the stats? Anything you're seeing? Are you seeing up? Are you seeing stable? Or are you seeing down inventory? What do you guys see?
It's like a mix. It's like some it's up and some it's pretty down. I think it depends. Like you were saying earlier, it's location too, right?
Right.
Well, Culver City and Santa Monica, they're still offers going 30,000 we're asking. So it depends on the area as well.
You're right. It really depends where you're at. Right?
How to go 31,000.
This is why you need to get connected with a title rep So you can see the trend somewhere there's a lot of turnover, right? The percentage of turnover, right? Why? Because areas that are not turning fast enough, you don't want to spend your marketing dollars, right? You want areas that you see consistent movement, right?
And that one was before they broke it this week. So they had an open house and they already had 3 offers for the week.
That's right. That's right.
But not even brokers. It's probably the thing.
Yeah. Okay. Any other thoughts? Yeah, Marie. That's right.
Everybody's going to die back in their bad days. That's the thing. The one thing that I think we've all learned, and I'm talking about our sales team as well as our listing team, is that you want to really get your pulse on the current market. That's right. So having great relationships with the other agents in the community is so important. Because you do want to call people that have properties on the market as an escrow and have a candid conversation about those before you go on a listing appointment and before you price the home that you're going to sell. Because the sold property could have sold 3 months ago in a market that there was very little inventory. So if you're kind and have a good relationship, that way you get information. And somebody smarter than me asked us to do something about 3 weeks ago. That was brilliant. He said, call, it was like 15 or something, and invite them to your broker's open house. And I had, I of course got all the OG people in my phone, so I'm calling Gabe Kaminsky and Gabe Paskey and all these people. They're like, wow, so good to hear from you. And those are the relationships you really want to build up. Yeah. But that key information, you're going to want to get it if you're going to do this as an offer or take a listing. You want to know the market of the moment.
That's right.
And I think all of us, myself included, there has been a shift in the market.
Oh, yeah.
And so homes that are correctly priced, I guess if it's under 2 million in certain cities, but homes that are correctly priced, staged well, have great access, are going to sell quickly during that market. But the ones that, that's what we have to be gutsy enough to sit down with our sellers and our buyers. Sometimes those conversations are hard because they're the ones that are looking at the solds from before. And have you ever gone on a listing appointment and the person goes, well, the house just sold down the street. And, then you look it up and it was a year and a half ago, right? So there is a change in pricing. But, you have to ask Laura and the sales team that there is still a lot of competition from the entry level.
That's right. Yeah, we're definitely seeing multiple offers still. Even though the rates are up there, yeah, we're still seeing it priced correctly. Because if it's not priced correctly, what's going to happen is it's going to sit. And then that gives the buyer and the buyer's agent an avenue. Well, why is it sitting there for so long, right? Why is it so many days on market, right? And they may throw a low ball offer. So you need to set those expectations with the sellers immediately. You're going on the listing appointment, the good, the bad, and the ugly. And it's your job, right, to maneuver that conversation. And this is why the skill set is vital of understanding how to handle objections. How to have that conversation with the seller and say, I am the expert of this area. You need to listen to what I have to say because I move houses. But if you don't have the confidence to do so, then you're going to list a property that's going to sit on the market. And then eventually what's going to happen is the sellers are going to be frustrated. How come it's not selling? And who do they blame? You. They blame me, the broker. They blame the agent, unfortunately. So don't put yourself in that trap, right? I'd rather not get the listing where the seller is not realistic. I'll move on to the next one. I'm just going to keep it real. I don't want to sugarcoat it. I want to hit the expectation of why I'm here having this conversation with the seller. Thank you for sharing. Yes, sir.
What I like to do is I don't like to keep open houses. I like to, when I have a listing, I don't like to do open houses today. What I like to do is I like to just do twilight broker and open and during the day broker open.
Good.
This way, when you have twilight broker open,
Yeah,
you're gonna have real estate agents.
right.
When you have morning broker opens, you're gonna have the actual broker. You invite the actual broker of that company.
That's right.
So this way, now, you know, the seller doesn't have to take your word for it. You step back, you look behind the scenes, and the brokers of every agency within that 2 mile, 5 mile radius of where the house is, where the property is located, they will have a personal conversation with the seller and have the seller present. So this way, he's getting, you know, you're satisfying his mind and his objective of why I priced the house at this price and not the price that you wanted.
Right. That's brilliant. I love it because it piggybacks on what you're saying. Hit all the heavy hitters, right? They're going to tell you the truth. Oh, this house is overpriced. Oh, you priced it well. Oh, you priced it a little under. You know, these are, I love that because those are the people that are going to have the qualified buyers, right? So love that tactic, right? I love doing open houses. He obviously does it a little different. Whatever works, right? At the end of the day, whatever it takes to sell a home, right? Yeah, I love it. Thank you for sharing. Someone else had their hand up? Cool. All right. So any other thoughts, questions, concerns regarding the stats? Okay, well, let's go ahead and move on. All right. Next up, Mr. Carlos Hortley talking about
What's up? What's up? Okay, so how many of you in here want to build a social media following platform and engage with your database? Sure.
all of you should be raising your hands.
Love that. So what I'm going to do quickly, because I know we're running short on time, I'm going to go through a couple of tips and tricks that you guys can utilize on how to do that, right? Everybody says, yes, you need a social media following. Yes, you need to engage and be on social media, but what does that actually look like, right? So that's the main question that I get tons of time throughout the week. Everybody says, how do I do it? Like, what do I actually need to do on social media? So I'm going to show you. All right, Natalie, next slide, please. I like that. That feels powerful. All right, so to engage on social media, you need to be engaging daily. So that is, we break it down 10-5-1, 10 likes or reactions. So you're literally just interacting with people, liking their posts, separate posts, doing the reactions, right? 5 comments. So on 5 separate posts, having a genuine comment, responding to what they're talking about. And it doesn't have to be a long dissertation, just something related to the post, engage with them. And then 1 post or share, sharing your own content, utilizing your unique voice. Your audience and the people out there want to hear from you. The people that want to work with you are want to hear from you, right? So making sure that you're posting, and the key to this is doing it consistently. Don't post and go, and we're going to talk about that shortly. All right, cool. Next slide, please. 80-20 posting practices. So when you're posting on social media, a lot of agents I'll see will go on there and it's just all real estate stats, which is important. Like, we do want to know the numbers, want to know what's going on in the market. But like I said before, we want to see you. The clients want to hear from you. So this standard of practice helps to break that down. 80% of your social media posts should be personal. Show your likes, your hobbies, your interests, pets, art, cooking, humor, sports. What this is going to do is cultivate a community of people that are like-minded, that are interested in the things that you're interested in. And we know people do business with who they what? And know, like, and trust, right? This is how you engage with people and get them to like you and to know you and get that sense of relationship quickly through social media. If I go to your social media, I should be able to get a sense like, wow, this person looks like a lot of fun. This person's engaged. They like sports. They like football, basketball, whatever it is. But give them the opportunity to get to know you a little bit through your social media. And then 20% professional posts. So we do want to still post our listings and our open houses and the real estate related content, right? We want to set ourselves up to look like the local expert. So now they like us because they're talking about us. And then they're seeing us as a professional because we're sharing that professional content. Open houses doesn't have to specifically just be your list. You don't have a listing, totally fine. You're part of the #1 brokerage in the company. and I'm sorry, in the country. We have tons of listings for you to post and share. So just post there. Next slide, please. Going above and beyond. So an additional 10%, so we know that 80-20, an additional 10% community service. What's going on in the community, right? We're going to be the expert of our local area. So we're talking about outreach, HOA things that are coming up in specific neighborhoods, new development, new builds that are going up, events, social issues, neighborhood watch. If you're part of any of your neighborhood groups, you have a neighborhood group on Facebook, you should be like the mayor of that group, right? Like totally constantly posting content and things that are going on. Because what's it going to do? Set you up as the expert of choice, right? Awesome. So that's the extra 10%. So going above and beyond. Next slide, please. I'm on time.
You're good.
I'm good. Social media strategies. So connect with people you know or have met in one way, shape, or form. It is totally acceptable now to ask, hey, what's your Facebook? Or what's your Instagram? Let me follow it. It's not as creepy as it used to be back in the day when you're trying to get personal information. And it's a warmer connection, right? Everybody's on Facebook. They're not on Facebook, then they're on Instagram. They're not on that, then they're probably on TikTok, right? So ask them, what's your social? Let's connect. Even people you just randomly meet. Making that extra connection, giving them the opportunity to get in a relationship with you and get to know you. Highlight, use images. The attention span, I forget what the metric was, but people's attention span, very, very short. So making sure that whatever you're posting on social media is captivating. We have a quick window of time to grab their interest and hold them and get them to want to engage on our post, right? Celebrate success, congratulate homeowners, and post about your listings. And then engage. Do not post in ghosts. I've seen this so many times where somebody will make a post or a poll and then will comment and then nothing. Say, well, that was a missed opportunity, right? So continue to engage. People are commenting and interacting with you. Engagement gets and creates engagement, right? So if you engage back with them, they're going to keep engaging with you. And the reason for the engagement, it gets you in that algorithm, right? So have you noticed that if you like something or you comment on somebody's post or whatever, you now start to see all of their posts pop up at the top of the feed. So imagine if you're doing that consistently with all your people. Now, as soon as you post something, boom, it's on the top of 70,000 people's feeds, right? So continue to engage. Next slide, please. More strategies. Be authentic. Be you. You don't have to put on this real estate persona. Be yourself. If you like, music and dancing, post about it. If you like jump roping, post about it. Whatever it is that is authentic and true to you, show that. Be yourself. It makes it so much more fun to actually post on social media when it's really you, who you are. Don't be a jack of all trades. You do not have to know every single thing. It is okay to leverage, right? Post about what is true to you and stay in that lane, in that realm. And then embrace video. Don't be afraid to get on there. Don't be afraid to stutter. Don't be afraid to make mistakes. Don't be afraid to be human. That is what people want to see. They do not like the robotic. So we notice we get more engagement when we're literally being our funny, goofy selves. The blooper videos, tons of views. Those are the ones that go viral. So be them, embrace the video. And then also use analytics to optimize your posts. So tracking, I posted this real estate reel, and then I also did a blooper video. Which one gets more views? Which one is more engaging? What is your clientele, your audience responding more to? Go off that. And then ask for help. People love to help. If you get on social media and say, hey, I am looking to help 5 families and I need y'all's help, who can help me? People want to help. They want to engage. They want to feel like they are contributing to something. Yeah. Next slide, please. Recapping. 10-5-1, 10 likes or reactions on social media, 5 comments, 1 post or share. 80-20 rule, 80% personal, 20% professional, and then 10% community service and outreach. Strategies, we want to connect, highlight, and engage. And then some extra tips: be authentic, don't be a jack of all trades, and embrace video. Question.
Love it.
That is it. How are they doing time? Oh, that was quick. Cool. We made it to 75. Very good.
Any comments, concerns?
This is on a daily basis, right?
Yes, daily, yep, daily engagement. And then the thing is, once you start doing it, the engagement will come. So people are gonna consistently be commenting and you're gonna have these reasons to respond to them. So, will this help somebody?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Thank you, Carl. Okay. So we got less than 10 minutes to finalize our team meeting. So everything that we talked about, I want to talk about the attendees. Attendees. Okay. This is going to change the way you look at business. And right now, more so because of the low inventory, high interest rates. What I want you to do is take a photo of this. Okay. These are the things that you need to be focusing on right now. Right this minute.
Dumpster diet or just dumpsters?
We'll talk about that. So the 10 Ds of life changes. I don't want to take credit for this. This is something that I saw yesterday from an amazing maths coach, Fritz Fuller, who provided this to the group yesterday. So I just took that and ran with it, okay? Because this is definitely vital to us right now, especially as we're getting in the trenches of fourth quarter, right? Summer usually is the hottest when people are selling, buying. And then we get into the holidays, right, where it starts slowing down. These are the items that you need to be focused on, right? Are you hitting divorces? You know that your title company can give you a list of divorces that are happening, pending divorces. The reason divorces are a great option is because obviously they do not want to live together. Right? So imagine if you are that source that can help, navigate that process, right? Because obviously they're separating. But there's an opportunity for us to be that support, okay? And there's an increase of more divorces happening. Okay. That's right. Okay. So imagine if you were to tap into those opportunities, maybe speaking with family law attorneys, right? People that see this on a regular basis. Imagine if you were that source where they, reach out to you and give you an opportunity to speak with both, the buyer and the seller, the husband and wife, right? So divorces is one niche. Degrees. People graduating from universities, right? Masters, bachelors, PhDs, right? Typically, higher education means good jobs, right? Good jobs. So tapping into people that are who have graduated, who have degrees, right? These are people that maybe are looking to buy as well, right? Desk. With pandemic, it really redefined how we do business, right? It showed us that we don't physically have to be in the office during pandemic, right? We had Zoom, we had text, emails, right? But people are still, to this day, working from home. Yeah. And they're needing that extra space, right? So if you can be that sounding voice and being a good listener that we are looking to increase, right? Maybe they're looking for an extra addition, right? A garage conversion that they can have that space to work because they are working from home, not from an office, a warehouse, right? I'll give you an example. In my neighborhood, 3 of my neighbors work from home. Okay? One of my neighbors, when he goes once a week to the office, and they're engineers, and he loves it. He loves working from home. I said, when are you going to go back to work? I don't want to go back to work. And he was frustrated. He was frustrated when he had to go twice. So we to tell us, you know, people are more, what's the word? More efficient, I guess, when they sometimes work from home. So COVID definitely changed how we look at things here, right? So again, be that sounding voice, be a good listener, and find avenues of solution for people that are needing extra because they need the space. Dogs. How many people are dog lovers, right? Yeah. Maybe people are looking for a big backyard where the dogs, their animals can run around, right? So those great opportunities too as well. You come across a home that has a spacious backyard, and you're thinking, oh gosh, I know who it is. The buyer that has 15 dogs. That'll be perfect.
Yeah.
I know I'm going a little bit, but you know where I'm going with this, right? So again, diamonds.
Are we looking for diamond dealers?
People that are getting married, right? Diamonds is a little roundy. People get married, just because they get divorced, but they're also looking in the middle of divorce. That's perfect. We can combine them, you know. If you don't know Jim is a comedian. You want to hear him? He's in Hermosa every Fridays. But yeah, think about that, right? People get married, get proposed, and they're looking for that opportunity before they're starting the momentum of looking for maybe something small that you can find. But start tapping into those opportunities. If you hear people that are engaged, they're ready to, you know, have their wedding soon, but they're planning ahead, right? And looking for an opportunity to find that beautiful home that they will have awesome memories, right? Diapers. Babies. Yeah. Maybe one baby now, and they're okay with the 2-1. But now they have 2, they have 3, they have 4, right? They may need to expand, right? That little 850 square feet home is just not doing it anymore. Or now they need a 3-bedroom, a 4-bedroom home, bigger square footage, right? Start tapping into those opportunities as well, right? Dumpsters, okay? These are your investors, right? Homes that are junkers. See how the house that has grass as tall as you, roof is collapsed, they have plastic all over the roof, right? You see tons of vehicles. The house is in a prime location, right? But it's the ugliest house. Have you tried to maybe tap into those? Because believe me, there's investors all along will want to buy these properties, right? So this is your opportunity to generate potential income, right? Getting these homes that need a lot of work. Debt. Okay, it happens. That's just the direction we're all going, right? So tapping into property that are now in the trust. The children do not want to take the burden and the responsibility of handling the home. But they need to sell, right? Maybe they're out of state, but they had a property here. You're there looking at opportunities, difficulties. Okay, this one is interesting in my opinion, but that could be difficulties with many things. Maybe they have issues with their neighbors. Those stubborn neighbors sometimes, right? They want to be out of that neighborhood, right? For you, it doesn't matter. You just want the listing, right? Okay. Maybe they have issues, condominiums, there's too many restrictions. They just want it out. But then it may be best to sell, but for someone, they see the opportunity, right? So those are difficult situations that may occur, may happen, right? So looking at those resources, and then final downside, right? People that grown big families, husband and wife, been married for many, many, many years, have this huge property. They don't need it anymore. They're looking to downsize. They're willing to relocate to something smaller, right? And again, it gives you an opportunity to do that sounding voice, right? I can help. Tell me the specifics of what you're trying to accomplish. But we have this 3,000 home, but we don't need all of our kids are grown up. They have started their own families, right? We need a downsize. I have the perfect home for you. Let's put this property on the market, pull up the net proceeds, put a huge down payment on your future. Right. So these are the 10 Ds of life changing that can happen to anyone. This is just again another avenue in what you should be looking at as we hit the trenches in the last quarter of the year. I can't believe that we're already in August, folks. Okay. We only have what, 4 more months left in the year, and that's it. Okay. Was this informative? Did this make you think a little bit, right? Okay. Think outside the box, ladies and gentlemen. Okay. These are avenues that you can tap into. Go find them. People still need to buy, people still need to sell. Y'all with me?
Yeah.
All right. Cool. If you haven't taken a photo, please take a photo. If not, next slide. All right, upcoming events. We should be done. Our monthly webinar, any of these classes that you want to take advantage, August 2nd today. Obviously, that's done. 14th, 17th, 22nd, 23rd, 25th, and September 12th. Next slide. Huh? Oh,
sorry.
Freak, stop.
Yeah. There, thank you.
Okay. All right, Nat, next slide, please. Again, Macon Camp is just around the corner, Austin, Texas, August 15th and 16th. I encourage you, okay? I know it's just upon us, but it's a great opportunity to mastermind with some awesome agents, not just across the nation, but across the world. And it's happening out in Austin, Texas. If you haven't been to Austin, it's awesome. It's fun.
Right here, secondly.
I think it's a little better, especially on 6th Street. But if you are interested in joining us, we have a core group from South Bay, Long Beach, LA Harbor, Palos Verdes, KW. We're going to have some fun, and it's fun, but more so, we get to see Gary Keller up at stage too. He's awesome. So again, register. Just take a a photo of that barcode, and that'll take you into the registration. Okay, next slide. All right, contracts Q&A with our broker associate, Steve Gottlieb, every Wednesday, 7 p.m. to 7:30 via Zoom. There is the link and password. And he's official now, so he got approved by the Department of Real Estate. So any classes that he teaches now will give you the credit towards your continuing education. And, yeah, awesome stuff. And this was a conversation I had with him a year ago. I think we need to do this. He listened to me, and now he's certified. All right, cool. Next slide. All right, our KW headshot, $55, 10-minute session, one look, one location, 3 edits. Register Thursday, August 10th. She's going to be here providing that service. That good looking guy there. Next slide. And please, I need a big, huge favor. Okay, our KW South Bay potluck. I'm actually going to be doing a video with Fred sometime today, hopefully. But we love to see you. All of you are welcome. Your family is welcome. But I need you to register with Natalie today. Please RSVP. Saturday, August 12th, 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. at Hickory Park. The address is there. Bring your family. Enjoy the day. What I'm most excited is flag football for me. I want to play some football. Okay. So, again, fun, festivity. You know, this office is known for family, right? So please, please I want to see all of you there and then some. I want to meet your families, your significants, your children. Bring everyone, bring your pets too. Okay, please register. All right, next slide. Listing and legacies with Dan, Friday, August 18, 10 a.m. to 2:30. That's going to be at the Country Yard Marriott in Oxnard if you're interested. Next slide. Anyone have any listings coming soon? Yes, Joe.
Those are the three I talked about last week. They're now on the two of them are on the market. 228 North Gaffey. It's right next door to Wienerschnitzel. It's a building that was a drive-through Portuguese restaurant. It's up for sale for $795. It's a 3,800 square foot plus lot with a 1,000 square foot building. It does have a bathroom in it. Perfect for a Starbucks, a drive-through dry cleaners, a drive-through liquor store, but I'm getting a lot of action on it. And then I have the house just behind it off the alleyway, and it's an LAR2 lot with a 636 square foot. I'm calling it a tear down, but it's up. And Simon says some people think it's tear down. Simon can rebuild them and make them like they're brand new. Anyway, I have two offers on there already, cash offers, but they're lower than asking. I'm asking $599. Now I have a pocket on the duplex below Pacific. All right, but it was getting Airbnb. The back, it's a 4-2 and a 3-2, and it's all owner occupied. And they're the ones that own the commercial and the other home too. So they need to sell that, and they're going to deliver it vacant. And potential income is $7,700 a month. 5.7 cap at 1.395 asking. So, and they're redoing both of the units. Are going to be all fixed up and really nice. It's a duplex on 334 Oliver. So I have a duplex coming up on 334 Oliver for 1.395. I have a house on 675 West Sepulveda Street for $599, and 228 North Gaffey, the commercial building, 1,000 square feet, a drive-through for $795.
Awesome. Thank you. Thank you, Jeff. Anyone else? Coming soon. Lease.
I have a buyer. I have a buyer's name, so we 90504, that's North Forest. Also LA Copper, single family under 7, which there's stuff out there. We looked at Fred's listing and locked door and called Fred. He's like, oh, throw that. I'm like, but that one's looking for LA Copper, and then actually these Cathedral and Long Beach, any condos in that area that are pristine and good ready.
Awesome. Thank you, Katrina. All right, someone else, Chris, you had your hand up? Oh, okay, cool. All right, anyone else?
Oh, yeah, here.
Yeah.
We just dropped the price on the duplex and harbor meeting. The reason why we couldn't sell it is because it was tenant occupied. We don't know when we're gonna do it ahead. I don't think a lot of investors call, but that's everybody. I mean, it's a huge lot. It's got a lot of potential for adding square footage, you know, for
Breakdown.
what is it?
What's the breakdown? Bedrooms and baths.
Oh, it's 1 and 1, but it's got 2. Because they converted you know, the big lot. They did a conversion of the bedroom between the living room and the dining, but it's got a good size. We have a bedroom in the front and a bedroom in the back.
So we're going to deliver it vacant with some
Yes.
potential income.
God, probably like 1,500 a month.
For
Must be
both?
somebody, yeah.
And what was the price on it?
639.
Not too bad. A little bit
Yeah.
lower, about four cap on it. You're about four cap. It's gonna be around. Excuse me, what's your name?
All right, anyone else? Going once, going twice? All right, that concludes our community. Thank you very much. Thank you. Before everybody goes, after we have lunch, yes, you can slide.